This is Garden Girl Lynn Gahari with today's Finally Friday video and card for you. For today's card, I'm going to be using the new Witch Hazel collection from October Afternoon. I'm going to be using the 8x8 paper pad as well as some of the buttons and the 12x12 sticker sheet. I'm going to be starting with just your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. I've cut my card base from craft cardstock with the opening on the bottom, and I've trimmed and already adhered a piece of this teal polka dot paper. Now I'm going to come in here. I have this striped paper that I've used a pair of pinking scissors on. I really like the look of the pinked edge, and I have yet to find a punch that has that small pinked edge, so I just use a pair of pinking shears that I picked up at my local fabric supply store. I'm just adhering this strip of striped paper about 1/4 inch from the left side of the card base, and now I'm just trimming off the excess. Next, I'm going to be using a piece of ledger paper that I've trimmed down from the 8x8 paper pad. And this paper is about 2 inches, maybe a little bit less than 2 inches wide and 5 1/2 inches long. And most of this ledger paper is actually going to be covered in the card design, but I wanted something very simple underneath that would not interfere with the rest of what's going on. And now I'm just realizing it's a little bit too long for my card front, and I'm a little crazy about stuff like this, so I came in here with my scissors and I'm just going to trim off the bottom so that when I stand my card up, it'll stand nicely and there won't be anything hanging off the edge. So the main focus of the card is this peekaboo window that I've created. There's 3 circles. The actual sheet of paper measures 5 1/2 inches long by 2 inches wide, and each circle is 1 1/2 inches. And right now I'm just going to place this on my card front, and I'm just using my ruler to get it straight. And I'm going to use my pencil to lightly draw a circle where each of the windows is showing on my card front. We're going to be adding stickers to the windows, and I just want to have an idea of where my stickers are going to be showing through. So you can lightly see the pencil marks. And now I'm going to come in here with the 12x12 sheet from the Witch Hazel collection. And there are these great jack-o'-lantern stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place each jack-o'-lantern so that they are going to be peeking through the circles that I've created with that other piece of black patterned paper. And since these are a little bit wider than I need, I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the edge so that it doesn't hang past my peekaboo window. And I'll just give you a quick look. So this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to position the other jack-o'-lanterns. I'm basically having them alternate sides. So the first one is coming from the right, the middle one is coming from the left, and then again from the right. And here's how they'll look once the window is placed. So now I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive. Oh, first I'm going to come in here and I'm just erasing my pencil lines. I just want to make sure that they don't show through when I place down my peekaboo window. So now I'm going to come in here with my dimensional adhesive, and I am going to pop up this window so that the peekaboo is on the flat surface and then the window is just a little bit higher, and it'll add some nice dimension to my card front without being too bulky. And I'm just positioning that just right, trying to get it straight. And then you can see that there's just that little bit of dimension there that really adds a fun touch. Now I've got this ribbon. This is actually very old ribbon from Fancy Pants, but I loved that it was this great orange color that coordinates with the jack-o'-lanterns, and then it has some green stitching as well. And now I'm going to come in here and I have some white floss, and I'm going to tie the floss around the ribbon that I've placed through one of the peekaboo windows. It just gives it a nice touch. I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive to keep my ribbon in place so that it doesn't slide all over when I'm trying to tie my bow. And I've doubled up the twine so that it has a little bit more presence on the card front rather than just going with a single strand of twine. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut the ribbon at an angle. And I'm just going to trim the ends of the white twine. Now from the 12 by 12 sheet, there's this adorable little boo sticker. And I am going to, you can't see it off camera, but I added a little bit of baby powder to the back side of it so that it wasn't sticky. And I have a very small, and I apologize, I took that out of frame. It's a very small hole punch. I believe it's 1 1/16 hole punch. And I'm trying to show you, but it's not, the camera's not focusing. So I just made a very tiny hole at the top of this little boo sticker. And I have a safety pin that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to add the safety pin to the middle of the twine bow that I've tied, and that's how I'm going to add the sentiment to my card front. And I'm just trying to push the safety pin through without jabbing myself in the finger. It didn't want to go through at first. It was giving me a hard time. And now I've got my little boo hanging from the safety pin. And I'm almost done. I'm just going to come back in here, and I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of pen stitching to the left side of the peekaboo frame that I created on that striped piece of patterned paper. So I just grabbed a journaling pen and my ruler, and I'm just adding a little bit of pen stitching down the edge. And my card is complete. Here's a look at the finished card and a detail image. For more information, please visit www.2peasinabucket.com under the Finally Friday tab.